today. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll go over our learning target first and foremost. So today we are going to explore patterns in eights count bys. This is our last one, everybody. So we are finally on our last count by. So it says 7 up there. That's a typo. But look at this, parts of it say 7, parts say 8. That's interesting. But today it's our eights. We're going to explore our patterns in our eights count bys, multiplications, and divisions. Let me go back and let's fix that. And we are going to circle groups of 8. And then we are also going to write our multiplication and division equations to match. And then we will practice our facts with our 8s. And then we will also share what we notice in our patterns today. So let's look at some of our facts that we've been, you need me?
I'm just looking to see if you were hiding my list. There it is. Sorry, it's blind. Thank you.
You're good. So we are done with, once we've done our 8s, we are done. So here's what we're going to do. Let's quickly review. Today we really only have a few left because we know most of them. I have some new ones to introduce, some new riddles to help us memorize our facts, but I want to start with some of the ones we've already done. So let's say them twice, get them in our head, and hopefully it'll help us with our time tests and our problem solving so we can do it efficiently and quickly. Say it with me 2 times. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 3 equals 18. 3 times 8 equals 24. 3 times 8 equals 24. 6 times 4 equals 24. 6 times 4 equals 24 inch waist. You guys are funny. 4 times 4 equals sweet 16. 4 times 4 equals sweet 16. 3 times 7 equals 21. 3 times 7 equals 21. 8 times 4 equals 32. 8 times 4 equals 32. 4 times 3 equals 12. 4 times 3 equals 12. So now from our 7s and I think it was our 6s, I found some that I thought might be helpful. 7 times 7 is a hard one. So we're going to look at this one that says gold mine times the gold rush equals 49 miners. So the right side of the door looks like a 7. See another door which looks like a 7 with the 49ers mining outside. So what do the doors look like? 7s. Who's outside of these doors? Yep, they're miners, 49 miners. So 7 times 7 equals
49.
Everybody listening, bud, let's say it again. 7 times 7 equals 49. So I know we have 8. I ate and I ate till I was sick on the floor. 8 times 8 is 64. But here's another one for you. It's the 2 snowmen, right? Says their 64th birthday. So see Mrs. Snowman, who looks like an 8, smiling at Mr. Snowman, another 8, celebrating their 64th birthday. See the cake. 8 times 8 equals 64. 8 times 8 equals 64. Now that's another one to help you. We said we have that one as well, right? I ate and I ate till I was sick on the floor. 8 times 8 is 64. We can use more than one to help. This is the one Mrs. Harrison mentioned. Remember when she said you can go in order if you put the product first? So she does the dance, 5, 6, 7, 8. 56 equals 7 times 8. And they say, notice 7 times 8 equals 56. When you picture the 56, 78 automatically follows. So 56 equals 7 times 8. 56 equals 7 times 8. Or 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 times 8 is 56. And then I had one more I want to share with you. I think this one's kind of easy because it's like a rhyme. 6 times 8 is 48. This has a picture of 6 kids. They play from 4 to 8 o'clock. And they has this with the snowman, I guess. C6, so guys, I know we have that one too, but I'd like to give you more than one. C6 children playing with the snowman shaped like an 8, and they play from 4 to 8. 4, 48. How many children are there? Well, no, there are only 6 children. What numbers are snowman? 8, and they play from 4 to 8. 6 times 8 is 48. And then we said 6 and 8 went on a date. They didn't come back till they were 48. Okay, so we have a lot of little tricks to help us with these facts. Because that is what we are trying to do, memorize these facts. So let's look at the 8s and see what you guys can tell me. Looking at the 8s, which ones do we already know, Abby? Give me an example of one we already know in our 8s. Do we know 1 times 8? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Sorry. Uh-huh. So let's get that smart ink up. Maybe that'll help. So yes, we know 8 times 1. Do we know 2 times 8?
Yeah.
Do we know 3 times 8?
Yeah.
4 times 8?
Yeah.
5 times 8?
Yeah.
6 times 8?
Yeah.
7 times 8?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the only one so far that we have we learned it? No, we don't know that one yet. What about 9 times 8?
Yeah.
10 times 8?
Yeah.
So really, this is the only one, and we already have a little riddle or rhyme for it. I ate and I ate till I was sick on the floor. 8 times 8 is 64. So really,
You know all that.
it is not going to be too tough.
Multiplying by 9 using your
This
hands.
is what I wanted to do next. Here we go.
Both of your hands up with palms
Put your
facing.
hands up.
Number the fingers from left to right from 1 to 10. For instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now hold down the finger of the number you want to multiply by 9. For example, first we are going to multiply 9 times 1. To do this, put the first finger down and count the number of fingers to the left and right of the finger held down. In this case, there are no fingers to the left and 9 fingers to the right.
Haley
1, 2,
and Robert,
3,
can you
4,
show me?
5, 6, 7,
Haley
8,
calendar,
9.
can you show me?
So the solution is 9. Now let's try multiplying by 2. 9 times 2. Put the second finger down. So there is 1 finger on the left, and there are 8 fingers on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Haley
7.
calendar, show me your fingers.
So
You're doing
1
this with
and
me.
8 makes 18.
Put your fingers up. Thank you.
9 times 2 equals 18.
Everybody
Now
here,
let's
you're doing
try
it too.
9 times 4. Put the fourth finger down. Count the number of fingers on the left, 3. The number of fingers on the right, 6. So 9 times 4 is 3 and 6, which 36. Let's try 9 times 8. Put the 8th finger down. Count the number on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The number on the right. 1, 2. 7 and 2 make 72. 9 times 8 equals 72. Remember that the fingers on the left are in the tens spot, and the fingers on the right are the units.
Or ones, we call them the ones, right? Okay, before I wanted to also have you try the division again, because I think this is so helpful. A lot of times when we're doing our Think Central or our math homework, we come up with problems like, let's say, 54 divided by 9 equals blank. Or maybe there's a variable there. So, okay, we're gonna listen right now, honey. So what do we need to use the 9s trick to help us? Josh, how can I use the 9s trick to help us? You guys try this too. I don't want 64. What do I want to make? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what do I do? Okay, but after the 5, I need to put my next finger down, right? And how many fingers should I have to the right?
4.
So do you see I made the dividend? I made 54. And what finger is down?
6.
The 6th finger is down. So what's the answer, Cooper? What's 54 divided by 9? 6, okay? Let's try 27 divided by 9. How can I use the 9s trick, Bird, to figure out the quotient? Well, I need to make this number 27 with my fingers. How many fingers is that going to be on the left? How many fingers to the left? I want 2, don't I? If I want to make 27 with my fingers, I'd have 2 here. And then I put my 3rd finger down, and I have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right. 2 and a 7. How do I know what 27 divided by 9 is? So the answer must be 3. So you can use the 9s trick to help you with that as well. So that's just a quick review. Not right now, sweetie, okay? All right, so on Friday, we ran out of time, and we didn't get to talk about this puzzled penguin, and I want to make sure to do this. So if you would open up your math workbook, can I see yours real quick? This is from Friday's lesson. It is page 105. What? That's fine, because that's what we're doing right now, honey. Page 105. Read along with me. This is in your math workbook. Dear math students, today my teacher asked me to find the answer to 8 times 6. Here's what I wrote. 8 times 6 equals 14. Is my answer correct? If not, please correct my work and tell me what I did wrong. Okay, I'm going to give you about 3 minutes. Go ahead and answer Puzzled Penguin on page 105. I want you to do the writing, Gavin. Get your pencil, Gavin. Start writing. Write to Puzzled Penguin on number 12. Is the answer correct? If not, please correct my work and tell me what I did wrong. I'm going to read it again. Dear math students, today my teacher asked me to find the answer to 8 times 6. Here's what I wrote. 8 times 6 equals 14. Is my answer correct? If not, please correct my work and tell me what I did wrong. Your friend, Puzzled Penguin.
Let me ask. I can actually use your math file though. Yeah. I did have to email though and say, she needs to be on right now because she wasn't at the beginning. But now fire's left and right here today. You know what, you do your work. You should have a pencil and you should.
Leave it, just give it to me. I'll give it to you at the end of the day. Do your work, page 105.
Mrs. Robin?
Yes.
Gavin did all kinds of pages in his workbook from 103 to 106, so he should definitely be able to help you with the answer.
All right, Gavin, would you please, Gavin, would you unmute and read what you wrote from page 105?
He said he's got it all done. He's getting set up. He unmuted and he's ready. He's almost ready. He had to go get it.
I wrote 8 times 6 does not equal 14. It actually equals 48.
Can you tell Puzzle Penguin what he did wrong? So you
Okay.
answered, you said, no, you know, he's not right, and you corrected his work, but you got to tell him what he did wrong.
Okay.
Can you tell us, or do you want me to ask someone else? Serne? Okay, so you should have heard Serne just said he used addition instead of multiplication. Oh gosh, okay. So interesting. So instead, he should have it says multiplication. He added. So is your answer correct? No. No. It should have been 8 times 6 equals 48. You added instead of multiplied. Okay, you don't have to have that exactly, but that's the gist. That's the idea. Do you want to read yours, Max?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Max wrote something a little different.
Your answer is not correct because you added 8 and 6.
Your answer is not correct because you added 8 and 6. But there's one more thing you have to do. You have to tell them what the right answer is.
And then I put 3 and I get 8 times 6.
Make sure you have somewhere 8 times 6 equals 48. And we just talked about that problem before we started. Yes, Sawyer. Say that one more time. It is wrong because you did not count by 8s or 6s. He said it is wrong because you did not count by 8s or 6s. What did he do? What's that operation called? What did he do? He added, right? And then you need to make sure you say 8 times 6 or 6 times 8 is 48. Yes, Haley Booker.
You are wrong. We used addition. 8 times 6 equals 48.
Excellent. Haley Booker said, you are wrong. You used addition instead of multiplication. 8 times 6 equals 48. Very good. All of these work. It's up to you how you want to say it. That was just my example. All right, I wanted to make sure I did that because Puzzle Penguin is a great way for us to check our understanding of what we're doing in math. And I didn't want to miss that opportunity. But it is time to get out your dry erase boards, your dry erase marker, and your dry erase sock. We are going to go back to our learning target of looking at our 8s count bys. So we're going to start circling our groups. You can put your math workbook to the side. And now we will do this for our very last time, you guys. That's crazy. That went so fast. Okay, so let's count our first group of 8. And it's going to, and be thinking about that patterns. It's so interesting how some days this works and some days it doesn't. All right, so here we go. Ready, Finn? Get your stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get that first group of 8. 8 equals 1 times 8. Boy, you guys are ready. Some of you are already on your second group of 8. Feel free to go ahead, but double check to make sure you're getting it done right. Make sure it's 8. We're looking at groups of 8. Yes. You're right. Let's count another group of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do I land on, Marin? 16. 16 equals 2 groups of 8. 80. We're always going to do the 10s last. 10 times 8, right? Hey, so Cooper, let's count another 8. Cooper, what am I going to land on? I'll try again. 24. 3 groups of 8. Astria, you can unmute. I see you raised your hand.
Didn't we already do our 8s?
No, we didn't. This is it. This is the last one.
This is the last time we're using our whiteboard.
We'll still use our whiteboards just for the group, circling the groups. All right, Astria, why don't you do the next one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what is
24.
What is it?
24.
We already did that one. We're on our next group.
$32.
32.
We did our 8s already. Oh, there's 7. There's 7. No, please don't. I got you. I got you.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure it's 7.
32.
Oh, God. Explore with 8s, 2.5. Am I wrong? Oh, gosh, Astria. She's right. Yeah. I need like time to look at my
It's
lesson or
okay.
something.
You got this.
That's why it said 7s and 8s.
It's 7.
All right, that's okay.
All right, everybody, rewind. Just trace. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath. Everybody, what?
Let's hope the
Right,
best.
wait, you're right. Okay.
Astria, you get a point for Mrs. Aubin. Thank goodness.
Well, why do we need to wipe away?
Because we're doing
You know what? It's not even letting me erase. So,
We're doing 7s all over again.
how did I miss that? So, no, we did. I messed up.
It's okay.
That's not working though. Thank you. Why is it not letting me? It's so finicky. Astria, if you were here, you'd be getting a prize out of the prize box. What's going on?
I think you and I are fighting with it. Okay, I'll let you.
I wasn't doing anything. Now see if it'll work. You're gonna have to erase your board. That was a trick to see who was listening. Astria's the winner. She gets the prize. You'll never know. If I didn't know, why would I put multiply by 7 for the rap song? All right, here we go. So 7s, then let's think back. Which one do we not know? 7 times, well, we know the 8s then because we did them. 7 times 7.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. So we should be able to do this quick. Let's do it quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'm gonna just, this board doesn't like me. It's not working today. There's 7.
So we have to stop at 70?
70, yep. You
Okay.
are so smart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, I did 8.
Yeah. I think.
That'll be your best bet.
I think it is, right? No. I'll be glad this is the last one we're doing. Very glad.
Last time you had to argue with it.
Now, see, why did it work that time? It just. How many of you are past Mrs. Aubin?
Me by 1. I just got 57.
All right. I need a little help. Dave, what's the next one? I already got one group of 7 is 7. 2 groups of 7 is 14. What would 3 groups of 7 be? Close, but not quite. Excellent correction. All right, 7 more. Lucas. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. You're fast.
I'm trying to catch up with you.
Yeah, you're 1 ahead of me. 21 plus 7 more.
I'm like all the way on.
Let's count. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 8. Go ahead and go all the way to 70. See if you can get there without me. I know you can. I'm going to wander the room and see how we're doing. And then we'll look for our patterns.
Miss Hoffman, I went to 80.
We're going to go to 70. So only go to 70 because 80 isn't a product of 7.
Okay.
Mr. Cat.
Hurry up.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so fast.
I'm done too. But you, what happened, though? What happened to your board? You erased it?
If you are done in your math spiral, begin writing your patterns. Thank you, Elena. Already knew the drill. Same with Cooper. If you are finished and you are at home, get out your math spiral. Start writing the patterns you notice. Elena and Cooper already started that without me even asking. Bird, she's on it. Good job, guys. Okay, I think we need to remind ourselves the vocabulary so you can write the patterns you notice. What do we call these numbers here?
Factors.
I don't understand. What did I do? Products. What do we call the two numbers we multiply? Factors. So when you're writing your patterns, make sure you use that. So after 4 groups of 7, you should have gotten 5 groups of 7.
I really don't know what to tell him. Yeah, it's just out.
Let's see.
Wait, so will you please write on the board which one is which?
And it decides to work, I will.
What are you working on, buddy?
35 equals 5 groups of 7. 5 more, or 7 more. Should have given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should have gotten 42. Is 6 groups of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. And if I can do that, you should have gotten 49, which is the one we said we really need to work on. 49 is 7 groups of 7. And I'm going to stop doing this and put it under the document camera because the board is not working.
How do you spell factors?
Do your best.
There is.
So since this board does not want to work today, we are gonna just go to the dock camera. Here, let's look up here. We're gonna just look at this part because the other one's not working so good. So here we go. You wanted to know what these are called? Those are your what? These are your factors. So this is what you should have had. Since the smart board's not working, we're gonna just look at it on this. And that way we don't have to worry about it going forward and going back. Give me a thumbs up if that's what your board looked like. How'd you do, Reese? Is that what your board looks like? Awesome, Haley's got it. All right, I'm gonna ask you to write down at least one pattern that you notice. What do you notice with our sevens count bys today? Max, what do you notice? He's using great vocabulary. The product is counting by sevens because that's our last count by. Henrik, what did you notice? The first factor is counting by ones. Excellent. So I'm going to write these down. The products are counting by sevens. And that was Max, right? And Henrik, you said the first factor is counting by ones. Evie? The second factor is always 8. Always 8. How about 7? You and I together, right? Okay. Anybody else? I know Haley has her hand up. Haley, what do you notice in our sevens count bys? Oh, thank you.
I was gonna do the second factor that counts by 7.
Excellent, thank you. Anybody else? Yes, Paxton.
The total is always taken away 3. In the product.
I don't understand that.
In the one place in the product, it's always calculations. It's always taking away 3.
If you make it, that's a little tricky. He's saying that in the ones place, you take 3 away. 7 minus 3 would be 4, but 4 minus 3 would be 1, but 1 minus 3 is not 8. You know what I mean? But 11 minus 3 is 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2, but 2 minus 3 is not 9. 12 minus 3 would be 9 though, right? So it just doesn't work every time, but I see what you see. All right, anybody else? All right, if we know 7 equals 1 times 7, what is the inverse or the division? Who can help me out? Sunny? If 7 equals 1 times 7, we know 7 divided by 7 equals what?
1.
Okay, if 14 equals 2 times 7, then 14, you're going to write this with me, divided by 7 equals what, Ellie? 2. We should start seeing a pattern. If 21 equals 3 times 7, 21 divided by 7 equals, you should be writing these, honey, on your board, right? We are doing the inverse now. I'm not going to use the smart board because it's not working. You're writing on your boards. Well, can I hold this up for example? Use your board. You're going to write on your board. That is what you're writing on. I'm writing on the paper because my smart board's not working. So 7 divided, if we know 7 equals 1 times 7, the inverse is 7 divided by 7 equals 1. If we know 14 equals 2 times 7, we know 14 divided by 7 equals 2. So should you have erased your multiplication? No, please write it. So write it down if you've done that so you can see the relationship. That's the whole point. Ellie, can you do that for me, please? Thank you. All right. 28 equals 4 times 7. What is the inverse operation, Charlie? Okay. What about if 28 equals 4 times 7? What's the division related to that? No, the equation, honey. 28 divided by 7 equals 4. If 35 equals 5 times 7, what's the inverse of that? August. Excellent day. If 42 equals 6 times 7, Lyric, what's the inverse? Terrific. If 49 equals 7 times 7, what's the division for that? How about Haley Calendar?
$49 divided by 7 equals 7.
Terrific. If 56 equals 8 times 7, what is the inverse or division that goes with that? Sunny Poe. Terrific. If 63 equals 9 times 7, what is the inverse, Lucas? $63 divided by 7 would equal 9. And last but not least, 70 equals 10 times 7. The inverse is what, Astria?
70 divided by 7 equals 10.
All right. Who remembers the name, thank you, Astria, of this big number at the front? Max, what is it called? The dividend. What about the number we divide into the dividend? Microphone answer? Divisor. And the answers to a division problem are called the quotients.
Oh, Miss Astria definitely had that answer.
Good job, Astria. You knew that one. Now go ahead and write at least one pattern that you noticed from our division equations with 7s in your math spiral. Remember to use a capital at the beginning of your sentence and a period at the end. And make sure there's a subject and predicate.
I just have to say something about on your exhibit on time 9 is if you're at 45 and then you go up one is 54. They just split around.
Yeah, good cool. Okay, get out your math spiral and write down something you notice. As I come around and looking at you, found a pattern, something you noticed. Using those words dividend, quotient, or divisor. All right, Serene, what did you notice? All right, so we heard from Serene. I love how she says the divisor, she used that good vocabulary, is always 7. All right, anybody at home have something to share? Reese or Katie, I'd love to hear from you. What have you noticed? All right, Jensen.
I noticed that the quotient always counts by ones.
Thank you, Jensen. Anybody else at home? Astria?
The dividend is counting by 7s.
All right, guys. Anybody else? Something different, Paxton? But it has to repeat, so it's not actually repeating. What are you seeing, Mrs. Harrison?
Gavin has his hand up too. when you're-
Okay, so I see that you're noticing that there's some doubles there, but there a pattern has to happen again and again. Gavin? Is he?
Oh, it was the one up where the quotient counts by ones.
Okay, thank you. How about Lila Morris? I see you have your hand up.
So what I wrote was that I noticed that all of the quotients come from 1 to 10.
They do. Did anyone notice the relationship between the multiplication equations and the division equations? And Lila, I'm curious because this is your first time with us. What do you notice about the products? What happened to the products when they turned into the inverse operation? What did they become?
Well, so the products became the dividend, I think is how you pronounce it.
It's
So that
dividend?
you can dividend, so that you can divide between the numbers.
Because they're fact family, they're related. That's an inverse operation. And then your first factor became your, everyone microphone answer.
Divisor.
And your second factor became your divisor. You guys know your vocabulary so well. All right, we're gonna quickly, we did that. Let's see if I can erase this without it going crazy. Just see if it'll let me erase. No, it's not gonna. Okay. Try that just so I can play the rest of my, how weird. All right. You guys can erase your boards. I'm gonna try to erase mine. I'm gonna go somewhere else and find it, see if I find it in here. I'm gonna try another route. Maybe if I open it here. All right, maybe it'll let me do something over here. Okay, guys, we are going to look at now we want to get our math workbooks back out. So if I can get whole body listening, you're going to turn to, girls and boys, listen up. You are going to turn to page 100. 108. 108. So this is a quick review on our fast arrays. Some of these we are going to have to multiply, some we're going to have to divide. How can you tell? How can you tell if you're going to have to multiply or divide? And I'm going to see if it's going to let me work on this. Kind of wants to. Let's see if it'll let me erase. Wow. Okay. So we'll try doing it this way. This is page 108 in your math workbook. And looking at number 1, I want to find the answer here. Like, it's almost like the area of the rectangle, girls. Can I hold on to listening? Can you put this down? You're using them as toys. Can you put it down? Thank you. So this for the length and the width, we know area equals length times width, right? So I really want to find what that area of that array would be. Am I going to multiply or divide? Stand up if you think multiply. Okay, stand up if you think divide. So I don't know the total, right? I want to know the total. It's like finding the area of it. So I need to multiply. If you stood for multiply, good job. You got it. 4 times 7. How can I figure out what 4 times 7 is, Josh? We could count by 4s. What else could you do? Yes, Marin. You could count by 7s. So I would count by 7s personally because I think it's quicker. I know, so it's really the same as saying 7 plus 7 is 14. I can do that twice because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 7s, right? Then I just have to add them up. 4 times 7 is 28. Now this time I know the total. I'm missing this side length. What am I going to do to figure that out? If you think I'm going to multiply, stand up. If you think I'm going to divide, stand up. If you said divide and you're standing at home, you are right. We need to find out how many 7s are in 42. How are we going to do that, Marin? Say again? Okay, how did you get it? Okay, but what if you didn't have a multiplication chart? What could you do, Sernay?
Count by 7s till you get to 42, and however many fingers you have up is that number.
Okay, she said we could count by 7s till we get to 42, but I'm going to propose something different. I want to take a shortcut. What shortcut could I use, Haley Booger?
You can use the little thingies right here, and then you can put dots in there.
I want to use the 5 shortcut. What is 5 times 7?
5, 3,
I already know 5 times 7 equals 35. Let's see how many more 7s we need to add to get to 42. What's 35 plus 7 more? 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So instead of 5 7s, I just found out 6 times 7 equals
42.
42. So what number am I going to put here?
6. That's what I
6.
did.
Okay, let's try another one. Am I going to multiply or divide for number 3? Stand up if you think multiply. Stand up if you think divide. We don't want to divide because we don't know the total. We're trying to find the total. Everybody, 5 times 6, microphone answer. 30.
30.
All right. Robert Westwood, number 4. Are we going to multiply or divide? Robert, where'd he go? Does he hear me? Okay, Jensen Cook, number 4. Are we going to multiply or divide?
Divide.
How do you know?
Because we know the what it equals to.
Yeah, we have the totals, 24. So Jensen, while I have you, how many 3s are in 24? Do you know?
Yeah, I do know.
What is the answer?
8.
How do you know it's 8?
Count by 3s to 24.
Could I start with the 5? 3 times 5 is 15, and no 5 3s is 15?
Yes.
Sure. 5 3s is 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. Why not start with the 5 shortcut? It makes it a lot quicker, doesn't it? Oh, are we going to multiply or divide, Robert, for number 5?
Multiply.
How do you know? What are we trying to find? Trying to find the total. 6 times 8 is 6 and 8 went on a date. They didn't come back until they were 48. Okay, multiply or divide for number 10, Gavin. Gavin, are you unmuting?
Do you like sparkling?
We're multiplying.
Are you sure? We know the total already.
Divide.
Yep, because we already know the total. How many 5s are in 10, Gavin?
50.
Count by 5.
I mean 2. 2.
2, right? Because 2 times 5 is 10. Okay. I am going to let you finish these with a partner. I'm going to put you in a breakout room if I can. And you guys here are going to work with somebody next to you. See if you can finish them up and then see how many you can get done in a couple minutes here. That won't let me. Okay, you only have like 2 minutes. See how many you can get done. Go, 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 go.
What about 3
Jensen, you need to join your room. Clara, join your room. Guys, you're supposed to be in a breakout room. Okay, guys, we are gonna just check our work. Check it and are they back? Let's see. It takes them. I don't like that it does a whole minute. Oh, that's not bad.
I changed it to shorter.
Oh, good. I hate that. That was smart. All right, let's check our work. I'm just gonna put the answers up here. It's your responsibility to check. Here we go. Let's see how you did. You should have gotten 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 8 is 56 because 5, 6, 7, 8. Mrs. Harrison, right? 3 times 4 is 12. 7 times 7, 49. 35 divided by 5 is 7. 7, how many 7s are 63? 9. 6 times 8 is 48. 4 times 6 is 24. Or 24 divided by 4 is 6. 54 divided by 9, 6. You guys did an awesome job today. Really well done. I'm so proud of you. We are finished with all of our facts. So now we will just practice those strategies. And you may give me the thermometer on your way out. How do you feel about your 7s? Okay, thank you, Bird. We're waiting on the announcements, then I'll play this for you guys.
first place finisher and winner of an Oscar recess is Miss Aubin's third grade class.
We won the Halloween candy contest, third grade Aubin. Let's see.